Hi folks, welcome to my little man cave. I was going to go out and play on my motorcycle, however it's just started spitting the rain, so there was a lot of salt down last night as well. It was about -2, so justified their salt being down, but plays havoc with the nice motorcycle. However, just thought I'd sort of give you notice that hopefully sometime next month or so I will be doing a video review of 2 motorcycles, well, potentially 3. What it is my other half, my beautiful wife, has bought this. She previously had a Yamaha Tracer 700 which did her for 3 years actually. She had it new from 2016, just had its first MOT in September, done just under 17,000 miles. She liked it, loved it, but she's always in truth hankered after one of these. I personally didn't think that the Triumph was worth the premium. That, I believe, is about, I'll point to it, that is about £12,000 worth. So what I'm going to maybe do is a sort of three-way review. The Tracer 700's gone, so we can't obviously review that, but we do have previous videos of us on it, and obviously myself and my wife. I'm a very lucky man. My wife allows me to ride her motorcycles. We're both insured for each other's bikes. So it'll be a three-way review between the Triumph Tiger 800 XRT, the Yamaha Tracer 900 GT, and the Yamaha Tracer 700. The 700 maybe doesn't fit in this bracket because it's obviously sort of £7 and a bit grand now, I think. However, it might be worth reviewing against the base model Triumph Tiger 800, the XR, which doesn't have all the toys and bits and pieces. Story behind this was my wife had, as I said, wanted one of these for basically probably from before she actually passed her test back in 2015. We could never find a dealer with a low version in stock to use. The lows were quite scarce, to say the least. If they got one in for an order, it basically went back out, sold. They didn't really get any second hand in, probably PCP deals, etc. So anyway, she couldn't get one. I moaned to Triumph because I quite fancied the 1200. And again, maybe make this a 4-way review or 2 different 3-way reviews. I love my Tracer 900 GT. Oops. However, I don't enjoy the chain maintenance, although I've got an automatic chain oiler on this one. So I'm not actually doing as much chain maintenance as I used to. It's something that we'll have to do for the wife's bike, is get her a chain oiler. Might be a Christmas present, something like that. So anyway, yeah, I tried. Triumph sent up 2 press bikes to our local dealer, or not our local dealer, but a dealer that's a fair distance away, but it was our preferred dealer. They sent up a Triumph XRX 1200 low and an XRX 800 low. So me and my wife basically went through and we could have actually had longer, we could have had all day, but we wanted to miss sort of peak hour traffic in the morning, so we got there about 10 and we had to get them back for maybe about just after 2 so we could get home for the kids coming home from school. Didn't work, we were late, but hey ho, maybe shows how much fun we had. My wife loved the XRX 800 low. She just loved it. I liked the XRX 1200 low. I'd had a shot on the 1200 XRT, which isn't a low, and found it very top heavy, very hard to manoeuvre, but I did like it. However, what I found with the XRX 1200 low was it only got high 30s miles per gallon at 70 mile an hour. This, which the only thing it's missing really is the shaft drive, and even with the KYB suspension it's not as good as the Triumph WP units on the 1200. And obviously the 1200's got the shaft drive, but the shaft drive and suspension aside, this machine is amazing. It's got the best engine ever. It's just a pity in some ways some of the other bits and pieces have been skimped on, or I'm not sure what it is. Yamaha need to do something with your range. You can perhaps see in the garage, if I step back a bit, the Tiger and the Tracer, not obviously side by side, but I think it's maybe just the air scoops, but the Tracer is so much higher up than the Tiger. Now my wife's Tiger has been lowered. She wanted an XRX low, but Triumph have sold out. Couldn't get one for love nor money. Absolutely crazy. Couldn't get any second hand ones. So the sort of compromise was she bought this X Demo, about £1,500 off, maybe even up to £2,000 off list price, or new price. It's the XRT, so it comes with the fog lights, LED headlights all round. It has heated seats, front and rear. I'm not quite sure how you work them. I've not had a shot in this yet. Hopefully she'll allow me. Cruise control, various bits and pieces. It's basically got lots of toys. So she loves it. It came with the Triumph panniers, which is a deal they were doing. I don't know if they're still continuing it. She would have obviously got the XRX low, which wouldn't have had a standard, although I believe it does have the wiring for it, but it wouldn't have had the fog lights, so that would have been about another 400 quid on top of the 10.8 price tag. I think it does have cruise control, but it doesn't have the heated seats. Now we had to go, she bought a top box to go on it, and unfortunately it had quite a deep scratch in one of the sides, so the dealer did a damaged in transit claim, and basically got a new top box, so we had to go in at the last weekend to get the top box swapped over. Normally you might think that's a bit petty, but that's about 360 quid's worth. It's unbelievably expensive, so I wasn't letting her pay £360 for a top box with a scratch. So anyway, they were fine, they swapped it over, but she hadn't really thought anything about the heated seats. It wasn't something that really bothered her, it was just something that came with the XRT spec. But it was quite cold, maybe about 4 or 5 degrees last weekend, and she had the heated seat on, and she absolutely loves it. And you know, again, that's just something else that makes her think, oh, this is wonderful. We are having a little bit of difficulty saying that's not too bad now. When we first got it, it just wasn't sitting very well in the garage. I didn't like it on the side stand, didn't want it on the side stand, I was scared it would topple over. So part of the reason is, I don't know if that will catch it, but the stand, it's only the very edge of the stand that's on the ground. It's like it needs splayed out a bit that way. The dealer did supply dog bones. They've lowered the forks and the yoke slightly so the bike sits lower for her. And she loves it. She loves it, so that's the main thing. But they've bought her the low stand. They were going to buy the low bracket, but if you fit the low bracket for the stand, it basically means you can't have the centre stand. And although the centre stand is really hard to use, it's something the bike's got, so you know, we sort of want to keep that. Just actually looking at it's still got the wee rubbery bits in the tyre. Yeah. So although it's been an X demo, it's not had a hard life. So anyway, something else that I'm going to put up shortly is, as you can maybe see on mine's, I've got all year round biker Scotland coming over either tomorrow or the day after to winterise these two motorcycles. They won't probably get much use over, you know, this is 29th of October, 29th of October. But I don't know if you can see, trying not to show you the mess, but the sun's now shining. I can't bear the thought of not riding my bike till March, April, May maybe. It's Scotland after all. So I want to use it. So my bike doesn't have any major areas of, it's not minted, it's not showroom condition. I use my bike. I'd rather be riding my bike than washing it or cleaning it. So anyway, all year round biker's going to come round, do his stuff. So I'll probably do a wee video or a wee couple of pictures of the bike before and after he does it, and then have a wee sort of review after winter and find out what's involved, because I'm not 100% sure whether, you know, once it's Scottish all year round biker gives you the choice of ACF 50, which I have used and I wasn't very impressed with it, to be perfectly honest, but it was a spray can and I probably didn't apply it very well or thick enough or whatever. I didn't think it worked very well. He offers you ACF 50 or he offers you XCP rust protection. I've actually got a tin somewhere, which I was quite impressed with. Again, I've just used the spray can, so it's a wee bit different price wise, but we'll go into that in the video. But anyway, what I'm going to do is some potential back-to-back riding of the Tiger 800 XRT and the Tracer 900 GT, and then bikes that I'm going to compare them to. I'm going to compare the 800 Tiger against the 1200 Tiger. I think the 1200 Tiger is a lovely bike, but I think it's about £4,000 or £5,000 more than this for the same spec, you know, or same level of spec, the XRT versions. I'm going to then compare the Tracer 900 GT and give my reasons for not buying a 1200 Tiger. And what we'll possibly do is compare the Tracer 900 against the Tracer 700, Tiger 800 against the 1200, and compare them all against each other. Because I think they are all roughly in the same sort of market, same marketplace. Anyway, hopefully these vids, subject to weather, will be out soon, and subject to my wife letting me use her MacBook to edit them. But hopefully, yeah, they'll be out soon, and keep watching. Thanks.